Welcome to Narayana live classes. Today we are going to discuss assignment number 3 and the topic what is here reproduction in plants. Okay, so let us discuss one by one question here. The first question, what is pollination? Here we will write the answer. The pollination, transfer of pollen grains from anther to stigma. This process we can call it as pollination. So this is what the anther, and this is what the structure it is, the stamen. This is anther which is bearing that pollen grains, and this will be transfers to the top, the female part of that is stigma. That we can call it as, this process we can call it as here pollination. Let us go for the next question. The next question is here, what is self-pollination and what is cross-pollination? So the transfer of pollen grains from anther to stigma of same flower as we can call it as a self-pollination. Usually we will see this kind, the both androecium and gynoecium should be there. So same pollination here itself, only in the single flower. The transfer of pollen grains from anther to stigma, it is in the single flower. One comes to the top, the other one. So cross pollination is transfer of pollen grains from anther to stigma of different flowers only, but different flowers of same species, same kind of plants it should be there, same species. Okay, so different flowers only, but same kind of species it should be, same kind of plants. Okay, so this is what about the self-pollination, transfer of pollen grains from anther to stigma of the same flower. We will see this kind of self-pollination in the bisexual flowers, whereas that cross-pollination we can see that in the unisexual flowers. We have discussed that in the previous, what are the examples for the unisexual flowers and bisexual flowers. So let us go for the next question. The next question is, how do these pollen grains fall on the stigma? So when this the pollen grains which are the stigma, which will be secretes that stigma which secretes sticky and sweet smell substances, so which will be attracts the insects, so that the insects will come, and as then it just go for the top for this pollen grains which are attracted by the top all the flowers, as which is consisting of the petals which are very much attracted. All these insects will come and collects these all the pollen grains, means their legs which are jointed legs which are attached these all the pollen grains, then it just transfer to the top here to the stigma by the pollination process. How do these pollen grains fall on the stigma? By the insects, by the top of the pollination process. So let us go for the next question. The next question is, what is fertilization? So fusion of male gametes and the female gametes, as we can call it as fertilization. Fusion of male and the female gametes. The process we can call it as fertilization process. Let us go for the next question. The next question is here, what is sexual reproduction? So here the formation of the zygote, which is after the step of that fertilization. So this includes that two steps. One is fertilization, the other one is formation of zygote. So after the fertilization there will be a seed formation, which we can call it as a zygote. So these two steps which involves in that of sexual reproduction. So sexual reproduction, which is involves that a fusion of male gametes and the female gametes, that process is called as fertilization, whereas that formation of a zygote, after the fusion there will be a single cell formation, that is called as zygote. This includes that sexual reproduction. That's all for this assignment. Thank you.